Family them, una good morning, una good afternoon, una good evening. Me, not the CEO of Voice of Salon. As we all did the break on the latest news around Sierra Leone, concerning politics and other matters them around Salon. Please, I want to make una subscribe on my YouTube channel. And we also there on Facebook, Voice of Salon, also there on TikTok, Voice of Salon, and also there on Instagram, Voice of Salon. So all inside there, I want to also when I go there, if you want to see Voice of Salon, just tap chat say Voice of Salon, or if you go Google, you chat say Voice of Salon, it will come also. So my family, please, as I tell you now, I'm not going to subscribe and share to our friends them, so that the message should go wide. So please, at the left now, okay, that's it.
Make in relation to the tripartite. Inside this particular video, we get for learn plenty things them where Dr. Samura Kamara say. And the words in English they look big, small, but we get the hammer for knock and dissect them so that go understand. Like I wanna know, we na staggered movement, we get the pickaxe, we get the we get the hammer, we get the shovel. Whatsoever tool necessary for break down informations them and bring out so now go get a proper understanding of what they happen. People no can deceive una, people no can lie pa una, people no can give una false hope. Now make we always say we want to make SLPP come on power. We want to make Maada Bio come on power. We want to make APC come on power. We want to make Samura Kamara turn president. But wait, what are the roles that Samura Kamara don't make or don't play? We don't lead we say we so elect today. Samura Kamara fight for electoral justice. Samura Kamara fight for we right and vote the tell we get chance. Or Samura Kamara sell we to the SLPP. This particular speech where Dr. Samura Kamara make, we they can't dissect them. For no understanding, for understanding better as to waiting Dr. Samura Kamara really talk. And we not go sit down there, allow certain sycophants them, kind of social media, then you work now for lie, blackmail, do character assassination, and undermine the progress, stability, and continuity of the mighty APC. We as APCians, them born again, but and heredity them, not go sit down something like this happen. At the same time, we not go join them because no one feel bad. We can't begin like una say soon. Samura Kamara turn president. It don't soon from 2020. Then they soon. They don't soon. They don't enter 2024. Now they don't soon. They don't enter 2025. Now they gonna up say the 10 rich. My sister, my brothers, my mom, papa, my uncle, my auntie, my family. Now 3 Wednesday for make it turn president. 1 now for make ECSL announce you. If you see you miss that day, now for make una go na court and make court pass the verdict. Number 3, where it not possible, but it get chances. That now for make una go stand around table, agree upon them. Say this will happen. Like we get the agreement for national unity, will lead to tripartite and all that. Then inside there, you put and they clearly say so time to so time will for hand over power. And at this for happen. We're not there inside here at all. So who they can make Samura Kamara president? Under whose constitution they support Samura Kamara in presidency? Upon whose grounds? What are the yardstick? We support Samura Kamara in people let them nonsensical statements then. All of these are going to false hope. Like I don't like Pauna. They come put Maada Bio. This they can't happen so. Then they can't put all a lie. And the lies continue. Now we know we can't join the lie them because we want for satisfy una. Like I can always say, before I can go na lie, before I don't mind that I go look at me, but I go tell you now the truth. And the truth now in the last. But anyways, you know, okay, I will talk about this video and several other things. Then as Samura Kamara don't tell me. He say power not to do or die, but I don't know why make power and do or die. We can say APC. You know they go fight Maada Bio. You know they go fight TCSL. You know go fight nobody. Na APC they can fight. He say power to do or die. We can work out that video day. Samura Kamara he say where 2 elephants they fight and the grass now they suffer. So the 2 elephants for stop for fight and the grass for grow. And that's exactly he do. For go make peace with Maada Bio so don't go stop for fight so the grass go grow. And now they can blackmail the APC. This video, it get a particular statement. So now go here for ourselves. But they can analyze it into broad base. But we could get a proper understanding of several big terms them. What they use inside this particular statement. I will read the terms them for now, obviously. So we go get a befitting understanding with relation to the role of Samura Kamara, the hypocrisy, the deceitfulness, the wickedness, and the fact that Samura Kamara are agents for destroy, distract, and they activate the APC, for bring APC down. Now Dr. Samura Kamara a role. What Maada Bio tell and say, I get 2 divergent areas them or 2 areas them what I think to say we get impasses who only for correct. Then 2 areas there, one are the members of parliament who are going to parliament, how many are going to parliament. The councillors them, they're not going to council, how many are going to council. Samura Kamara agree. But what is Samura Kamara intel Maada Bio? Now you don't know sabi. What do you tell Maada Bio? Maada Bio agree to? Now we don't know because we not see no positivity. We not even see people out in jail and pull in jail. We not see nothing. One way they now different country there, we not see them say okay, make them come. Nothing. So what do you tell Maada Bio? What do you defend young people for with or how? Because at the end of the day, it's like say you just go there for your personal benefits. Go talk what you feel to say okay for you. And promise Maada Bio say no, well, you don't have to scatter them. And they go create an impression to the people like for side effects, but they need to support me. When the party know full well say you don't go sign, no, they follow you blindly, go inside that room, the party no say go no day. When they follow you go inside that yard, go to the no say now what side they go end. You know they can go to the next village. Now you want to the party do, but the party no go follow. Anyways, before we learn plenty things that happen at the country, you know, I can always say this. I say me also not go down fire, they're gonna after Arata and Kakuchi. You know, make sense. I got to focus on the APC and make sure say we extinguish this fire. We out this fire where they burn na APC. And again, how we go do this? Now for go against people who they can blackmail the party, when they do character assassination against the party, when they try to undermine the progress and sustenance of the mighty APC. But what they can social media today, Payansana go do this, Mikali go do that, the Secretary General go do that, this go do that, cause for me, cause against them people, and now the same APC people in back the share they will do them. Very, very unfortunate for the APC as a political party, but it's okay. We go reach there and we go clear them. Now small, and we go emancipate and eradicate people a mindset from this nonsensical fake hope and promises where they continue to give the people. Now they don't push them. They say January now, don't go to February now, don't go to March. That's why they do and say enter 2026 back. Unamo go no more. But anyways, as I say, we also go the born and they going after Kakuchi and Nagata. We see say we get issues them where they happen, not tangible issues that affect the country. For example, the dogs case. And this drug case here, we don't see somebody that don't sentence to 25 years in absentia. We can't say and say it with the president. It as a relation to the president because now the president and girl picking day together according to it now they all two tap. In fact, when the president they move with the family, they see this boy they with the president. If you see the pictures inside church where they all go service, the boy they with the girl picking, the same girl picking where people and say now they all two get business. That means that they all two day, now they all two they rub skin. You get me? And Maada Bio be kind of power. I tell we say, in the try for clear Sierra Leone image, who ask Maada Bio, what make you the fly like bird? He say, He say right now they're gonna country that the clear Sierra Leone image. Sierra Leone image on dirty because of the way APC conducts themselves. One, APC gonna hotel let they not pay. But at the end of the day, you can realize say, Maada Bio not only gonna hotel, he forge receipt back. He forge when a criminal act. Also pay no money, not pay. He forge back. You get me? Then a part of that again, he say APC na criminal. But can you realize in not on drug lord? Because he say he lord a drug lord. That means technically in a drug lord. And the reflection of the president na any country na the ambassador, we will not say in your motor can they use for go supply drugs. Just imagine. We don't get several cases then na Ivory Coast, na Liberia, na Guinea, na even England, where they catch people where they smuggle drugs from Sierra Leone. Just imagine. We don't see this thing at BBC, Al Jazeera, and several other news outlets them all over the world. This particular event will happen. So it's very, very shameful for the country. It's very, very, I don't understand, unfortunate for Sierra Leone for go through this kind of thing at this particular time, where that they can create a cloud upon your passport. When you pull your passport in any country or any airport, pass and begin watch you to your eye. Seriously, because they take and say, don't know about drugs business right now. It don't turn Sierra Leone to a harbor. Somebody who don't sentence to 25 years in absentia. What I mean by that? That means they sentence and BNM. He gone away, so they sentence and BNM to 25 years. 25 years they wait for her. Now in case to them, they work out the president all about the place. You don't see other videos and back. Earlier videos now about 2 years ago where he did with the president. Where he did with the president in brother, Fatima Bio in brother. But anyways, this issue will affect we. But not go put too much attention, Param. Like I go put attention by the Counterterrorism Act. Where this act here, it get more damage for do to the country. It get more damage to do to we all as APCians them. It get more damage for hinder the progress and development of Masalone, past even this drug business. And I can analyze, dissect this particular thing a little bit. More see I contravene the constitution of this country. More see I undermine the democracy of this country. More see I undermine the freedom of speech, freedom of expressions, and several other things. Then we can't go into them, so now we get a proper understanding. the entire document, it gets a heavy-handed approach to freedom of speech and expression, freedom of association, freedom of communication, because as I will say, it also gets a heavy-handed approach to activism, opposition, journalism, and several other things them where you go use as a Sierra Leonean for say, okay, I criticize government. Even certain sector of criticism, FIBA like for say, it na a terrorist act. You get me? And then get a heavy jail term. Just imagine for share post where government deems say na terrorist act, then they send you to 25 years. And what can happen? They not get a clear definition of what the word terrorism, terrorist act, or the support of terrorism. And not get a clear approach for make you understand, okay, what's in a terrorism? What's in a terrorist act? What's in a because if you look at section 12, obviously, it defines terrorist act in a manner will include the legitimate protests. Like, for example, people and they protest, say, okay, more wait service, or political activism, or when they take care, like they criticize government and all that. It describe all under the same quotation for similar to terrorism. And these are manipulation tactics for silent people. You understand? For make government go able to silence, voice them, or people them where they expose government, or opposition them where they critic government in activities them. So because of this, they come with this kind of law. So the law, it then a state, a parliament, and we hope say we parliamentarians they go to one against this law. But I will take me time for can go over them. But make I just make this thing quick because I talk about parliamentarians. The last audio, now the last part of the audio I put on. This I don't come middle the audio a little bit. Although this audio get for long a little bit, but I don't come middle here for put on. Members of parliament, Honorable Abdukagbo, we still away to for you read the results from that investigation with relation to people that will go vote against Lara Telopias. We dey wait for you waiting the investigation don't come out with, waiting the party don't come out with, waiting the step of the party don't take. We want for no because we not got no information. You know, put local where you talk say what happen so not go repeat again. But waiting na the who are responsible for what happen. Waiting na the process where the party don't take for discipline people where do that. What are the responsibility approach where the party don't take for make sure say the one them where do where call cable or where waiting for say where they find guilty. What are the moves where the party don't take for discipline them? We not say them for grab them or do anything, but at least when we know some of them people there, or we not say the party don't take this action, and the party not go do them because we not get secret car with APC. So the party for make we know who the people there. And we get we honorable again from Tokolili, where become accused on all, including you, honorable Abukabo say una take $40 million or something of the sort. I don't know, but $40,000 or I don't know how much that amount again. But I take huge money for make them go silent una and for me them go bribe una. And we need for know for get clarity over the kind of statements there. Responsibility need for be taken. You understand? Accountability need for be taken. As to that kind of statements there. If you vex we honorable be vex, it can't deceive we all. When we know say this honorable is deceptive. It grab no one day in life of people. You understand? So at least we not go vote for her again. Or more no say this honorable he talk true, but this money not for that he count for now for this. Or this honorable, well, now this happen or that happen. Make we get a clarity. And the other way vote again, we really want for no because some of them things they will not allow no more. Mona just push under carpet. Yeah, we need to get a clarity. I believe say where you put local so if we don't talk about that, but still in no bad way you say it not go happen again. That assurance we don't give you. Some of we buy them and some of we agree to them. Say make it not happen again. Do my brother, but do the one them way for be accountable. Yeah, make them be accountable. We expect a result very, very soon. Now we have upon una again at Parliament for counter this particular terrorist act. Because now terrorist act against citizens of this country, now the government want come with. In a bid say that they can fight for the people them. But the thing instead of fight for the people them, now for implicate and silence the people rights, for infringe into the rights of citizens of this nation. Now that's exactly we cannot say this document here they do. Anyways, we'll go over certain things that we in this document quickly before I come to the major audio winner, Dr. Samura Kamara, for me to assess Samura and understand better waiting this document. Because the last time I do write up, plenty people can say, well, I read, but they not to understand. Some people say, well, they not read at all because they don't know how to read and all that. So they go prefer an audio and then go look for no smaller about this particular document. So I will just give you a small about this document before we move on. One of the most deadly acts inside this particular document, now Section 21, where criminalize the distribution or circulation of publications that provide, quotes, provide encouragement for, or other inducements, where means say, any circulation, any distribution that you want to share na social media, any information wey you share, whether na write up video or anything, where government look and say it dey encourage people for do something, or it dey induce people or stimulate or whatsoever na the word wey you go use, because dem get different meaning for different words wey you go use, wey go make people do something, like for example protest, for make them go against government, like where you go call for sit at home or whatsoever it is, or make people come out to placard and everything. If dem still say you do that, you share or anything, then deem am as a terrorist act. This provision is very dangerous. You understand? It's a particular bill, and it targets citizens of this country, especially journalists, activists, and social media bloggers them. Now they exactly it targets. You, when a social media somebody, whether they talk in favor of government, then can easily implicate you as being or conducting or be part of a terrorist act. And you will share. You self, because this is where you will share first. You will share. You self go be held responsible for that. And guess what? Then they sentence you to 25 years jail. 25 years jail because you share. Just imagine me fambulen. This thing contradicts Section 25(1) of the Sierra Leone Constitution, which guarantee every citizen the right to freedom of speech and expression. You understand? I'll tell you, Fambulem. These are totally contravene the act will give you the power as a Sierra Leonean for making you able to get information, receive information, and share information without any interference. This particular act, they target that particular provision they would inside the Constitution. We go again, because that's how I get problem again at Section 35 of this Counterterrorism Act. 35, Section 37. Section 37 of this Counterterrorism Act prohibits incitement to terrorism or anything where they pose, where they go deem terrorism, especially you where they talk against government, you where they expose government and say because of that, it's a terrorist act. And that's a criminal act. And if they catch you, they do that, then they sentence you to 30 years imprisonment. 30 years imprisonment. Because only you talk something when not there in favor of government. You expose government in a way. If they see and say you were do then they sentence you to 30 years. You were share, they sentence you to 25 years. Hey, good. And the government like the illegitimate SLPP, we know say a tyrannical government. Then get mind use this act for make sure say they suppress political opposition. Then go use this section for silent people where they critique government and label every act of critiquing government or protest as terrorism. You get me? And nothing over Pulido. And the Constitution not allow that at all with 1991 Constitution. Because the 1991 Constitution clearly protects citizens' rights to assembly and protest under Section 26 of the Constitution. It clearly make that provision there. And you get something like this where they go against protest, especially you where they call for go 30 years jail. Hey. Then you get another section, when Section 55, where in give the rights for me them intercept your communication. For example, listen to your communication on your phone or whatsoever medium you use. Yes, for me them investigate you. And you know say, not to bad for do that, but you forget court permits. And that's all they do. You know they go court. The people are waiting at this act, the organizations them, the bodies them, where they run this, they can just look you ping and brand you, say what you do not terrorist act and take action just like that. And also this act give permission for me to seize you property, seize anything where they have for meet. You know, the Constitution of Sierra Leone under Section 22, it give individual rights and acts and make it clear say individual therefore be free from arbitrary search and seizure of property where you can just do a normal without you know go to court without you know wait safe. The Constitution make them very 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 clear, but this act give mandate to certain people upon their own judgment for do all of them kind of things there. Okay, wait, for make you understand, make you understand this here. Then got them deem as harboring in terrorist suspects. They say you will then see the harbor. Like for example, somebody can tap to you or somebody did to you, will then say a terrorist act or if they do terrorist act. Because it tap to you, they go 7 years jail. according to Section 18 of the Terrorist Act. You go 7 years jail because it's happened you use. Then you and a member, for example, who get state movement. If the government deems state movement, say state movement a terrorist group, you wait in another organization because you know a member, you go 7 years imprisonment according to Section 39 of the Safe Act. Then you will give financial support. For example, state movement on the government saying a terrorist act. You will be the support state movement or the support and financially. You then the sentence to 15 years imprisonment according to Section 44 and 45 of the Counterterrorism Act. All of them things there. Hey God, this act we need members of parliament. Now we need discipline for happen because we really need for me to watch this thing because this thing they can't tie Sierra Leoneans and down. Not for saying anyway, kind like me, are they against this act, say, for combat terrorism? Of course, we stay in support of that. But when we not make the act feel by one kind of way where somebody can take advantage of certain lapses where the inside, we're not well defined. Certain things that were not well defined inside this constitution, they can, or this act, they can use them against innocent citizens then. Now, we not they go against the act, but we they call on members of parliament for me to assess this thing properly, may they watch them properly. Each section or each act, may them make sure say it not infringe the constitution and it goes side by side with the constitution provide under freedom of speech, association, and every other thing in this country. Because what do they see? Because if you look inside the act, the National Center Terrorism Coordination Committee, within a Section 5 of the 10 Act, you go find out and give them excessive power. Any excessive power there, it can be misused. Now, make you understand, the Director General of the Central Intelligence and Security Agency, on the way for lead this particular program, a government appointee, and a political appointee. And political appointee, most of the time, they defend the government interest. And this person, now for decide waiting correct or with that terrorism, to terrorism, and they're in charge. So it's a scary thing where we really need for look into. So they expect members of parliament for look into this legislation and make sure say Section 15 and 28 of the Sierra Leone Constitution, where guarantee fundamental rights and freedoms, safeguard citizens and every other things then, for be something where we for honor. We know it just can't lose them because government say, okay, we want fight against terrorism. We will not get terrorism inside Sierra Leone, but that not means so for wait the terrorism come before out act where they protect we. Not true. We all believe that, but make it be say not they infringe into the fundamental rights of the citizens them. Then they will not for allow them. And lastly, again, before I left this, you go under Section 65 of this very act, you go find out say it even allow the destruction of property suspected of being linked to terrorism. It allow them for me to destroy them property, then they pata. And this provision here, it undermine the rights to property enshrined inside the Constitution as Section 21(1) of the Sierra Leone Constitution, where give rights to Sierra Leoneans for own property them. They not say they do this, but at least may the law be consulted. Somebody not just grab more with a government appointee, tell what else when I go do this. It not make no sense. And so we get for really watching they are made to undermine the rule of law in this country. May not undermine at all. With that, we come now to Dr. Samura Kamara. You know, I just want to remind we all, say today, now 500, today don't make 554 days. That now, 1 year, 6 months, and 4 days since the fraudulent result where Maada Bio and Samura Kamara join them, because that's how I will say, because I permit and I not give fet for defend the people. They can't prove them by statements where make so they like today, where the video they will twin right now, yeah? On the 27th of June 2023, from that day to now 554 days where they don't call this result. And we not see much. We not see much fights. We not see much defense. We not see much nothing. But what do we see? Now rhetorics, talk, rantings them, where people are doing on social media, they give false hope to people and people and they expect we say for work with that, for just continue for life our people and fake them. But we not go do that. So because of that, we can't play the statement of Dr. Samura Kamara. There we take time for analyze what Dr. Samura Kamara talks so people will get a proper understanding. All right, so we go. Yes, doctor. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already, sir. Carry on, sir. Yeah.
We agree on enough of the diagnosis that we can treat the disease.
Okay. tell you now, Mifambule, some of the words that will be used in this particular statement, it contradicting or in complicating or it be big. So we need for scatter and fauna. For example, enough of the diagnosis that we can treat the disease, like how Dr. Samura Kamara said, it can split into two. First of all, waiting enough of the diagnosis mean. Enough of the diagnosis means say enough of the work, the analysis, the analysis they will do, the gathering of information, and some other things they will do, the frustrated analysis they will lay. All that work. It's enough. Then you go again, say that we can treat the disease. What means say we can walk forward, we can find a way for move forward. Simply means say Dr. Samura Kamara they ask for a way forward out of the situation we find ourselves with relation to the election will happen on the 24th of June 2024. These are the same person where they tell we say in the fight for the people they right and the mandate, Dr. Samura Kamara. Here's questioner. Now whose disease will they fight against? The disease of electoral fraud, where you promise for defend, we vote for, and we mandate, or the disease for compromise with Maada Bio, and the willingness for embrace Maada Bio, including secret between we go to Maada Bio. Which of them? The disease for embrace Maada Bio for allowing for continued power, or the disease for fight for the people and mandates, where you refuse for fight for? You understand? Eh? This statement of Dr. Samura Kamara for me is a mockery to the suffering masses, and I betrayal to we trust. Instead of Dr. Samura Kamara, they fight the so-called diseases. He choose for legitimate Maada Bio by participating in a process where ignore the people and vote. Do you get me? Eh? Where ignore the people and vote. But we go because we continue for talking about this thing.
There is no question that the final report of the tripartite committee is a political necessity.
Okay, fine. Samura Kamara say na he agree, or there is no question we say we go doubt. Say the tripartite committee report now a political necessity. It talk in this way. Say there is no question that the final report of the tripartite committee is a political necessity. No question, doctor. No question. But this statement here for me, it just confirms say Dr. Samura Kamara don't finally accept the fraudulent election results under the guise of reform. Now he make it a go for reform in the acts that the tripartite, and tripartite is a reform. It's not a fight for the vote of the people. It's a reform. You understand? Eh? When are the tripartite committee recommendations? We know say that recommendations there, then focus on future elections and not to substitute for justice. So. Not to substitute for justice. So that don't mean say we get with justice. And Samura Kamara know this. Samura Kamara in own statement at the read. You know? Now, when the fights for the disaggregated data, what will be need for this other recommendation day? You understand? Eh? What about the fight for make Samura Kamara challenge Maada Bio for we stolen presidency and we stolen election? Before that, Dr. Samura Kamara they attempt for rewrite the narrative for turn betrayal into necessity. When God, the truth here is this is a pure sellout. It's a pure sellout. But we don't go, we don't continue for listening to what Dr. Samura Kamara talk. And we don't break the English down because the English is thick. So we can't do what we all go understand.
We agree on enough of the diagnosis that we can treat.
Okay, sorry, I don't begin and back. So the church, now say they happen. So I take them back from me, so I don't stop here. And then they begin and totally again. That was a mistake. Okay, we go.
We knew that would be the reality when we elected months ago in the committee's terms of reference to have it operate by consensus.
Okay. It talk about the committee terms of reference for having it operate by consensus. Now, we don't understand what a consensus. What consensus mean? Consensus now for make decision where or reach a decision by an agreement among different people. You get me? By an agreement among different people, when a form of negotiation instead of fighting for the will and wish of the people. But we go take it from them. Samura Kamara continue for talk.
So to ensure that recommendations coming out of the report had a strong national basis to move forward rapidly into law and best electoral practice.
Okay. Make I read them again. It said we did so. That means do so to ensure that recommendations coming out of the report had a strong national basis to move forward rapidly into law and electoral practice and best electoral practices. Now make I go again, Mifambule. You see, Then part there, what they want for full we, then we go talk big English them, grammar them, and put some sentences them where you really need for go find dictionary, or you really need for find serious armor for crack them down for make people understand. But maybe we go to the statements that the time I say this last statement, one of the most insulting statements the way Dr. Samura Kamara make. Seriously. Because Samura Kamara reduced the demand where the people of this country the demand for electoral justice to a mere recommendation for future reforms. You understand? The demand will be the demand for electoral justice. Samura Kamara reduce and to reform, like reform will be the go for. You understand? Now, the thing is, where the stolen mandate of the APC, where the 57.15% votes, where we give Samura Kamara claim say win. Why make Samura Kamara not advocate for all of them things that instead of find talk to talk to? Instead of defending the people's choice as to for allow Maada Bio in fraudulent government for continue for exist. For continuing, at least they say we need to ensure that recommendations coming out of the report had a strong national basis to move forward rapidly into law and best electoral practices. It's a feature because election not done for the next election phases now. Just imagine Dr. Samura Kamara, where they can tell you say the fight for electoral justice. We'll continue. Yeah.
We did so to guarantee that our key concerns were fully addressed in the report. We did so to enable the political class to move forward on the fundamental irregularities of the 2023 elections while focusing on the issues of governance, economic growth, and poverty reduction.
Okay. All right. Move up the doctor. Move up the. Dr. Samura Kamara say, we did so for guarantee say we concerns them. Then they recommended. That means say then they inside the reports. Whose concerns and they said that reports there? When are the people a real concern? Because one of who concern for me, Maada Bio come on power. It didn't have the report, sir. No, you know the day. You know the report. The conclusive and agreed reports. You know the day. We want the other thing again. We want to make the disaggregated data be shown, make come out, make them publish them. You know this, sir? No, you know they said that reports there. You know they say that for Duam. You know the day before that recommendation say therefore change that law day so the next election now ECSL for produce them because according to the ECSL the mandate right now it not compel them for produce that data day disaggregated data it not compel them so then the ask now say the next one if you read the roadmap it did. So whose concerns when are the people are concerned with the under because this time we don't concern for Maada Bio left power make the people a mandate be honored and make you what we vote for can't take power. It decide the recommendations, sir. Now big no, but more continue. Second phase, Dr. Samura Kamara say we did so to enable the political class to move forward on the fundamental irregularities, of the 2023 election. Now, when I say fundamental, I mean key things them. Regularities, now things them where don't they happen. Like always, all the elections where they happen, there is a rigging they take place and all that. So then this for make sure that the political class move forward and ignore or avoid that problem then they will happen to the 2023 election. For Jumpam, forget a solution over the 2023 election. Now it make them go do the tripartite for avoid. For make the political class, make a back you. He said we did this for make sure say the political class go able to move forward and on the fundamental irregularities of 2023. That means say they move forward from where they don't start to learn fundamental irregularities of the 2023 election. So then they move forward. Now I'm going to continue. Say while focusing on issues of governance, economic growth, and poverty reduction. That means say they move forward from the issues that we're going to do with the election. Then they focus on issues of governance that have Maada Bio continue in government because now the governance with the right now issues of governance, economic growth, and poverty reduction. Samura Kamara say that they focus on poverty reduction, governance, and economic growth, and then they forget about the issues there. The issues that will happen and go settle on a table. Now Dr. Samura Kamara the try for tell we. We simply show we say this by wicked. So Samura Kamara not care about what happened in 2023 and how for count solution when the solution for include Maada Bio for left power or we get to result. Instead of that, they say no, more focus by economic growth, poverty reduction, and issues of governance. Just imagine. Now, what do you mean by fundamental irregularities? This is one something first of all where I go ask Dr. Samura Kamara if I get the chance. Because the reason I make the ask, now whose fundamental irregularities Samura Kamara they refer to? Because the 2023 election, They married with irregularities. When me say so kuku jumuku awuju dabaru business na take place and fraud. Yet now they call them fundamental irregularities, like thing the way where they happen regularly, where now just the concrete things them. You understand? Eh? These are blatant insults again to the APC supporters. Them waiting up, we not sleep, what's up under rain and sun for make sure so we not only campaign, but we go back and go vote. We not only go vote, we go register earlier back again. Where they can't give you passports them or ID card, the whole face not the show. You understand? Now, Samura Kamara for ignore some of them things today and more focus on governance, on poverty reduction. That means for make Maada Bio in government continue for thrive, for make them fight poverty reduction and make them continue for giving economic growth. According to them, ignoring the issues them what the people and they put forward, ignoring the cry and the pain of the people them. When I go reverse the audio, when I go release the past start to talk and yes, Dr. Samura Kamara, so you see. They can lie for people. You know, these are just an admission of defeat and betrayal of the mandate of the people and the APC. What Dr. Samura Kamara showcase so. But we'll continue because you're not okay to. We'll continue. Yes, doctor, continue. Before I done, because you're not talking that part today, now you're not going to forget. It talks say, then things there are also core concerns of the people and wish we now forget a good governance, economic growth. So now I make it go permit Maada Bio in governance for continue, economic growth for continue, whilst the tripartite they deal with the 2023 regularities, then the normal occurrence system. That's what you call them normal occurrence system, fundamental regularities. Also irregularities or fundamental regularities. I make that ask what do you mean by that statement? But we'll continue.
That are also presently core concerns for every Sierra Leonean.
Yes, and that I just don't talk earlier. You say all of them things that are core concerns of we all. And then we need to focus on the one and day. That means a government for continue. Now, these are the reasons we make you say, make members of parliament, then go parliament, make everything happen. You understand? Yes, doctor, continue. Tell me more.
Let me reiterate.
Let me tell you about
leadership at all times means taking bold and difficult decisions. Even where they affect your ego and personality.
All right, make a done day. Now, he also they tell me say leadership at all times means say for take bold and difficult decisions them, even when then they affect your ego and your personality. He say leadership gets that. Women say certain and day you look ping, you deprive yourself for the good of the nation. When me say you look ping, you for go for certain things that even though it go affect you. When me say Samura Kamara for go things them will go affect him for the sake of Maada Bio. Because that's what me say, because also for the sake of the people, oh, now for the sake of the people, what till we demand you for always say. You tell me say cuts not the heal, I make you not go cut. Cut they give right, but cut the left pain between people and we be telling you that heal you want with Maada Bio. The heal all whatever Maada Bio come on power. Because the poverty reduction strategy way they talk about and governance way they talk about and economic growth way they talk about, all not they happen. Look at this we did like today. Look at the rules and laws the way they come. So what do you fetch for when you tell me say more focus on governance, by economic growth, by poverty reduction? What's poverty reduction Maada Bio they do right now, Dr. Samura Kamara? What you tell you to focus on? Now, it's always say leadership at all times mean for take bold. Okay, make a Dr. Samura Kamara. Bold and difficult decisions. You understand? For me, it's supposed to be the fact way for fet now court. Wait till we see not the hill. The fact way for fet and challenge the fraudulent election result and all Maada Bio accountable. Now, in me no say now the right bold decision than the way you for take. Now, I mean, not say the right bold decision and the leadership decision where you for take. When a bold decision will go affect your ego. But also that is we see. In fact, your bold decision now for abandon electoral justice. Same electoral justice way they talk about and shake hands with Bio, legitimize impregnancy. Then now you confuse betrayal with leadership. You supporters them, Dr. Samura Kamara, the need for know the truth. The need for know so if you don't sell we. The need for know so lie you the lie part and now fake you, they fake them. You already don't get acknowledgement for Maada Bio for continue in power. And you know what you do. You know what you side. Then you can't blame the party, say the party no they follow you. All the party will follow you, but they can nonsensical attitude there. Then nonchalant attitude there. Then their own politics there way they play. How the people go follow you, Dr. Samura Kamara? How APC as an institution, we got brain, go follow you, but this kind of dark room where they enter. The fully vulnerable people are all they support you. Doctor, continue.
That is what should be acknowledged and done in the current circumstance?
It's in another for acknowledge, for take note of, in another for happen in the present circumstance that at that day, therefore allow government for continue economic growth for continue, whilst then they look at the regularities or irregularities that will take place in the 2023 election when at the tripartite. It's not that time for happen. Yes, doctor.
As the major political parties in the country,
he say as the major political parties now use plural when we say different political parties when are APC and SLPP as the major political parties. Yes, doctor, can't tell you back, can't insult you back. Now listen to what the doctor they can talk. Yes, doctor, continue.
We have voluntarily agreed to examine the outcomes of the 2023 elections.
Dr. Samura Kamara say APC and SLPP don't voluntarily mean say you do it for yourself with you all you had. Don't voluntarily agree for examining the outcome of the 2023 election. Doctor. So you say APC agree for go examine the election instead of contest the election result, instead of challenge Maada Bio in Tifu mandate. So you agree, you say we don't agree for examine. We examine now just like for go over all the issues that will happen will lead to the outcome of the 2023 election on how it come out. So Dr. Samura Kamara, for me, it concede to defeat. Samura Kamara, you promise what you make to me for fight for we vote. What happened to Ram? Waiting at the fight for electoral justice. Where that Sunday, look what you talk now. Then now you tell we people and say the fight for electoral justice after they don't clean by you. You understand? This argument where you make about electoral justice, you don't make no sense again, doctor. The voluntary agreement where they talk about, where to we the people and do, and you want grand one. Now a voluntary surrender to the SLPP. A voluntary surrender, and not a voluntary agreement. Who the APC now agree for go Sudan go compromise with? Would I say for go examine election result of past election instead of contesting the result? What more will continue for this waiting doctor see? Okay, waiting doctor, they say yes, doctor.
By so doing, we have made the difficult decision to place the national interest above partisan politics.
We're not going to repeat that for ourselves. Doctors say, because of that, they don't take the sole decision for put national interest for Maada Bio in government continue. For put national interest above partisan politics. That are the challenge where APC and SLP they challenge itself. Him, because it's a we, becoming on the side we come on. Him don't agree for put national interest first. That means say for make government, you see Dr. Kam, forget continuity in governance, for make government continue, for make all right, the issue of governance, economic growth, and poverty reduction may continue. Him don't decide for make that decision day, for allow that for continue. And say it puts national interest above partisan politics. Where APC and SLPP they fight for Uda for get power. It puts above that day. Doctor. Doctor.
To prioritize governance and economic well-being of our people. To provide our local councils.
I make a just talk that side. It said for prioritize governance. When make a boy left this may pass. For prioritize governance and economical well-being of people. For prioritize governance. The governance will not be part of. The governance way don't allow for continue. For prioritize them, they don't give for prioritize governance and the economic well-being of the people. Per lie. Who's economic well-being? What will they enjoy right now? If I'm bullying. Dr. Samura Kamara say, in prioritize the economic well-being and make it allow Maada Bio for continue. So, doctor, who's economic well-being Sierra Leoneans and the benefits from right now? Who's economic well-being Sierra Leoneans them? Then they glad for the tell Papa God thank you for right now, Dr. Samura Kamara.
To provide our local councils across the country inclusive environment necessary for them to deliver for the people of this country.
Right. Now listen to this one. He say forgive the local governments. That I mean the local councils forget inclusive environment for make them go for deliver for work for the people of this country. When me say for make the councillors then they all come join government for work together. This particular statement I tell you say Dr. Samura Kamara permit, allow, and agree say Maada Bio for continue. But you will not go understand again. They will come back, they can spin and back, take and kick her like baseball for spin around people who don't understand. So therefore, give the councillors the well-being, the equal opportunity, men self work, men are going to deliver to the people then. Then Samura Kamara, they can scatter all things out for understand. You will they argue, the last part don't reach. Unakairi. Doctor, yes, sir. Continue, sir.
for the people of this country.
Yes.
A Southern African proverb says that when the elephants fight, only the grass gets trampled.
Okay, fine. Stop and it say a South African proverb say, where two elephants then they fight, the grass na in they suffer, na in talk so. The grass na in they suffer, na in Dr. Samura Kamara talk so. He say a South African proverbs na in talk so. Now, make I just say this, yeah. Doctor, who are the two elephants? Well, make I just wait till the thing small. Who are the two elephants then? That na APC and SLPP. Who are the grass? That na the common man, the grassroots. Now them go suffer. So because of that, what did Dr. Samura Kamara do? Doctor, so what do you do, sir? Instead, make a reverse small. Yes. So when you know how many grassroots and suffer, and you want to make you SLPP now stop parties and politics, and want to stop for faith, yes, go ahead.
The grass gets trampled.
Now that they suffer here.
It is time in our beloved country, therefore, for the elephants to stop fighting and allow the grass to grow.
He said it's time for make the elephant and stop for faith and make the grass go. The family, the two elephants in the SLPP, Samura Kamara don't talk him. These are all of audio video this so. He said don't talk him. That's when they would do it appetite. He said don't reach time for me and stop for faith. May allow the grass for grow. Auto sell game this. Instead of Dr. Samura Kamara, the elephants, what are they fight for? Now for justice or for the selfish interest? Because for justice, why they need for stop for faith? Why do you not go fight and get the justice? If for me, as far as I'm concerned, Dr. Samura Kamara, and they trample on the grass. Dr. Samura Kamara, and they mass the grass them. Because if you allow Maada Bio, say because of economic growth and well-being and poverty evasion or waiting at the word we use, you know, whose poverty don't go out right now? Whose economic growth what Sierra Leone they get right now? Hey, doctor, you know the people of this country support us Sierra Leoneans and they trust you instead of you for tinap farm for defend we before that you align with Maada Bio, you join Maada Bio, you left the grassroots and the people are betrayed and delusioned because now not only betray no more betray, you bring delusion inside back. You bring the idea that they can't turn president, false hope, fake hope. You bring come back inside it. Dr. Samura Kamara. You bring that again inside the Dr. Samura Kamara. You see, this is betrayal to the highest degree. This speech, it don't confirm the long suspicion. This speech will confirm him. Say Dr. Samura Kamara don't sell the APC, prioritize reform over justice. More not forget to this betrayal begin from the secret meeting between Samura Kamara and Maada Bio after the fraudulent election. Now this meeting, Maada Bio go to and say, then get impasses where they want for settle. When are two? One, now the members of parliament for go parliament. Two, now the councillors for go. Samura Kamara, what you tell Maada Bio say you want? We not sabi. Now out of this now we can get the agreement for national unity where sideline the APC then demand and prioritize reform. And the APC in demand now for make we walk out of that thing they all make we do recount or we get a publication of the result or we do re-election. Full stop. And that's what they did. Transparently again, Baku. Now that's the demand of the APC, but the sideline now. Samura Kamara go side. If I Samura Kamara actions then doing the tripartite, in further expose Samura Kamara in betrayal. You understand? Eh? One, instead of Samura Kamara push forward for electoral justice, he signed the final report without even considering the 19 pages NAC sanction, the NAC in 19 page recommendation. When I give to Samura Kamara, you don't even think of him. He goes sign down there, he look at, he not say the disaggregated data, no, nothing no day, work for do disaggregated data and publication, nothing no way for pull Maada Bio, nothing no way they begin and come back to power. He sign them, they can lie by the people then. Now make Dr. Chairman Mikaelu Masare na Banjul be talking in a rude shock when they realize Samura Kamara ignore all of them things that it goes down to the tripartite. You know, it don't reach time for me, Dr. Samura Kamara, car out clean and tell the people that you don't fail we and admit to the so-called fight of electoral justice for being a fraud, a facade, for create political relevancy for himself. And admit say don't sell APC to Maada Bio, he prioritize reform and personal benefits over justice. You know, APC deserve better. APC, you see, now the reason this will make some of you they come, we tell us they can lie pauna. We can have a kanguna hope, false hope, fake hope. Where's Samura Kamara the kanguna? una go listen for una self. Una go hear for una self. Where Samura Kamara dey talk. Say prioritize governance over the irregularities. Things they overlook into. No. They can continue, but una continue their low pace. Maada Bio continue. Parliamentarians can't join, all can't join, more continue because the people that need forget God.